Hi Facebook, good morning. It's Mike with PSI, Professional Security Institute and Inc. I'm here with another group of students. I got quite a few people. Everybody who's looking for a job? Y'all looking for work? Awesome, awesome, awesome. Those of you guys with breaks, I've got a couple. Sean, stop sending them at 8 o'clock. It's 7. Thank you. Call and correct you on that later. What we're going to talk about today is recently when the election came out, and I don't care if you're a Trump or Hillary supporter, that doesn't matter to me. What matters to me right now is that we had a few amendments to vote on. And the big one was Amendment 1 and Amendment 2, Amendment 3, I think there was like 4, I don't care. Amendment 2, what does that mean to you? Well, Amendment 2 is the legalization of medicinal marijuana. Now, what you guys probably don't really realize is that that's going to expand it to the smoking of medicinal marijuana. Right now, THC pills and oils and sprays are legal with prescription. But the reason I bring it up is Amendment 2 and the stipulations behind it all. Well, who regulates agriculture in the state of Florida? The Department of Agriculture. Who regulates us? The Department of Agriculture. Now, when the First Amendment came out, they wanted to do the grow. All right. In order to be able to be a grow facility, you had to have been in business for 30 years or more, with enough acreage and setup to immediately go into growing medicinal marijuana. You need to have, I believe it was 15 employees per 1 acre and 5 armed security officers on. And this is a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week gig. And then that's where our exclusion, where our waivers would come in for different firearms, because we'd probably be patrolling with ARs and Remington 870s and whatnot. Now, the reason that this is important and pertains to you is because now that it's been passed, on top of the grow facilities, we're going to now have the dispensaries. Now, I'm not 100% sure how that really works out, but if we look at Colorado, where recreational use of marijuana has been green-lighted over there, why did the crime go up? Does it have anything to do with marijuana itself? No. Potheads are usually just potheads. They don't go out and commit crimes because they're out of weed. Actually, most potheads that I've ever seen that are employed usually work harder to go and buy more weed and to buy food, because God knows when you smoke, you eat. I mean, Christ, if I had to smoke, I probably couldn't afford it, not because of the smoking part, but more so the eating everything that's in sight. So, potheads usually work hard. But what the reason crime went up had nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the amount of money going behind it. Because even though the prohibition's been lifted in that state, it's still a federal offense, right? It's still a federal crime to be in possession of marijuana, DEA, the whole 9 yards. So what can you do with your money? You put it in a bank. Bank is federally insured with the FDIC. Therefore, they ain't going to federally insure pot money. Right? It's like running an illegal gambling and prostitution. I mean, prostitution's legal in Vegas under certain city limits, right? Still can't take that money and put it in the bank because it's illegal in the eyes of the federal government. So what does that mean for us down here? Now, I'm not 100% sure if medicinal marijuana falls underneath of a different category where the dispensaries are allowed to actually take that because it's medicinal and it's prescribed and it's legal in that sense, and put it into a bank, or if it's still considered illegal because it is an illegal drug. In accordance with the federal government, marijuana is still illegal. There's a prohibition against it. What's that mean for us? Well, more work. Security is going to be required for the most part at these dispensaries. Not because of potheads, but because of people coming to steal the money. All right, there's actually special operation groups working in Colorado right now that transport the money and keep it in a holding facility of their own, because you can't put it in the bank. So if the same stipulations apply in the state of Florida when it comes to the money, they can't put it into a bank, which means that we're going to have to sit there as security, protect the money. We're going to be responsible for protecting the grow operations. And that's actually decreed by the Department of Agriculture, that they have to have armed security at these grow facilities. Not just a regular 2 pens and a notepad, because guess what? If somebody's going to come and steal pot, I guarantee you they're not just going to come there with, a pair of gardening shears and a backpack. I'll tell you what, if I'm stealing anything that's considered an illegal drug, I'm probably going to be armed and, you know, anticipate running into armed opposition. All right, so what that means is we're going to have to protect the crops. We're going to have to protect the dispensaries. We're probably going to have to protect and run the money. There may be money in it. For security companies out there, there may be a lot of money in it. All right, the companies out in Colorado are very profitable. Then again, you really can't take the money from the drug dealers, even though it's legal, you know, and put it in the bank. So what do? What? Get ready to be in a cash-only business. Now, I spoke with a couple of high-ups with the Sheriff's Department in regards to what does that mean as far as opposition with the local cartels. They don't give a shit. They'll make more money on methamphetamines, crack, heroin, and your other scheduled narcotics and pills than they do over pot. They don't care. Start up a grow operation, they're not going to come in there and try to burn it down or anything like that. They don't make enough money. There is no money in pot. Buying and selling pot, there's no money in it. All right, price of pot's gone up, but it doesn't. There's no profit in it. There's no profit margins. All right, not like there is with pills and crack and methamphetamine. I mean, methamphetamines are, you know, you make that in your basement. But we don't have basements, so you make it in your mobile home, Breaking Bad style, right? It's sheer money. So anyway, I'm not advocating starting your own methamphetamine growing facilities and manufacturing, because we all know that that's illegal. And it's very dangerous. You may blow yourself up. So that's what Amendment 2 really has to do pertaining to us. All right, we've got certain stipulations we have to abide by. Everybody in the security field, you're going to have to be licensed as security. To work armed security, you're going to have to be licensed armed security. To get different waivers, you're going to have to go through firearms training for the ARs and for the shotguns and everything like that, and you can get waivers for all of that. All right? That's pretty much it for the Amendment 2. I don't know, we'll have to see what happens beginning 2017 when the amendment takes place. If you notice, most of the counties, municipalities have put in a stay on it. That way they can regulate it better. But what does that mean? Well, hell, taxes from the sales of it. What not to do in Florida, folks. Stop in the middle of the roadway and rubberneck and look, because if you notice, you're probably going to get hit by a vehicle as they hit the road here. Gotta love snowbirds, y'all. Alright. Anyway, you guys have tuned in with Facebook, so you already like us. Alright. Check us out, YouTube, Professional Security Institute. I got a company, Professional Security Inc. Check that out if you want to. Check out the gun shop, Tactical Weapons Gun Negotiator. Jesse Morgan with the Extractor Project, the Extractor Tool. Check that out. Extractor.us, I believe. We just got back from Vegas. That was pretty fun. And by the way, guys, I just learned of the passing of a security officer locally here 2 days ago in a motor vehicle crash. So my condolences to security company and his team with Global Security Group, as well as my condolences to their family as well. We are a tight-knit community. We do look out for each other. Even if we are different companies, we're still one and the same. Right? Global guys, if you ever need anything, come see us. We'll help you out. Whatever we can do to accommodate you. All right. Check us out online, psi.fortmyers.com. Get your security license for $140 online, $125 if you're a vet, or $150 if you decide to bring cash. Armed security license next month. We just finished up a G course here. We do our research every Wednesday. So questions, comments, concerns, give me a call 239-936-7044. Gun Shop 239-936-9950. I'm Mike with PSI, and as always, stay informed.